An ancient grain is making a comeback. Spelt is a close cousin of wheat that was first used in biblical times. Spelt can be used the same way as wheat, and many health-conscious consumers are rediscovering this grain for its high protein content and diverse spectrum of other nutrients. And joining us today is DJ Stinchcomb. Did I get it right?
You got it right.
From Purity Foods, that's a tough one, a manufacturer of Spelt products. Welcome to the program, DJ.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
So I have to ask you, what attracted you to working in the Spelt industry?
Well, it's kind of funny. My father bought the Purity Foods out about 20 years ago, and I was in the medical and pharmaceutical industry for a long time doing my thing. And it gave me a good opportunity to get into this field, and I actually have wheat sensitivities of my own, so it kind of really mirrored what we were about as a company, being a small business. My brother runs the operations side, my dad's a president, I'm VP of sales and marketing. Small company that really believes in what we do with the ancient grain. 90% of our business is with Spelt specifically, and only Spelt.
So it's a family affair.
Right, right.
So how does Spelt differ from modern wheat? I have some here, which I picked these up from Whole Foods.
Right.
This is the Spelt, and you were nice enough to bring us some, I don't know, what do you call this?
That's how it looks when it's grown in the field.
A Spelt grain, I guess would it be called?
Right.
And this is the flour.
Correct.
So how does it differ from modern wheat? Why would I want to use this over using wheat, or should I use one over the other?
Sure. It's a good question. How it differs, it's not been hybridized. It has been over-processed. There's over 34,000 different varieties of wheat out there since the 1950s. That's how many have been hybridized, when there's only 19 different species of wheat in nature. So it's been changed so dramatically and so much that our bodies aren't even recognizing what modern industrialized wheat really is. Spelt is 2,000 years older than wheat. It hasn't been tampered with by man, and it's much more easier on the system to eat. It has more nutrients on this. It has more nutrients to eat, and it's much better for you to eat.
I was doing a little research, and I noticed that it has manganese, phosphorus, vitamin B, magnesium, and copper. So there's a lot of nutrients, additional nutrients in Spelt. So it's definitely something that would be good to add to keep a diet with a lot of variety. Since Spelt is, as you say, it has a lot of nutrition superiority to wheat, I guess, in your opinion, why did it fall by the wayside?
Well, when Spelt is grown in the field, as you see it, it only has about 70% of that is what can be extracted and used in the final process. So farmers out there, when they're growing modernized wheat now, they'll grow 100 pounds of that, and typically that can be turned into 100 pounds of flour. With Spelt, there's about 70% waste because the hull is much different than in a regular hybridized wheat. So it's a lot different. So a lot of farmers went to that because they want higher yields, make more cash crops on their acres that they're farming. So Spelt was kind of left in the dust, so to say, when everything was starting to become hybridized.
Now tell us about some of the products that you brought with you and how it's used, and what do these taste like?
Sure. This is our private line, the Vita Spelt, and we launched a new line in 2013 called Nature's Legacy. We have the flour. We have the 2 and 5 pound flours in white and whole grain. We do it in organic or non-organic. We have pretzels that are organic. We also have Spelt sesame sticks. We have whole grain pastas, white pastas in the long goods and the short goods variety, sesame sticks, some other type of snacking food that we also offer, and we offer those in organic or non-organic as well.
Now, when you're cooking the Spelt pasta, is there anything different from cooking traditional wheat pasta that you have to do? Is it the same time, or how does that work?
It actually, with the pasta, it actually cooks a little bit quicker. There's less enzyme inhibitors that are in Spelt than that are in wheat, and it cooks much more quickly, much more rapidly. And probably when you're looking at the pastas, about 4 to 5 minutes cook time on a white, maybe 6 minutes on a whole grain, compared to maybe 12 minutes on a industrialized modern day wheat that you'd be eating in a whole grain setting.
And I do want to point out to our viewers that YouTube is a great place to look to how to use Spelt. I went on there when I was researching this segment, and people were cooking Spelt bread, and you do have to add a few extra a few different steps to traditional bread, but definitely check out YouTube. And I think buying the Spelt products, if you're not somebody who likes to bake, might be an easier way to go, because baking bread is a little bit of
Right.
it takes a special person who wants to put that time in. It's delicious, but if you want to get the food quick, if you want to get these nutrients quick, grab a sesame stick. I think probably be a better way to go.
Right.
Now, what does it taste like?
The taste is what I get from most people is especially when they taste a pretzel that's easy to be sampled, they'll say it tastes like a pretzel. There's no other taste. I would say with the pastas, though, it might be a little bit more of a rich taste, a little bit heartier of a taste, maybe with the whole grain pasta too. But we probably have the best tasting whole grain pasta on the market and the best for you. There's only 2 ingredients in it. I mean, you have the Spelt flour and water. So I don't know how much more natural you can get than that when you're looking to really clean out and have a good diet and eat good pasta.
That would be a nice snack or a nice main dish. I want to point out to our viewers, if you do have celiac disease or a gluten intolerance, please consult your doctor first before trying these, because this is in the wheat family and it does have gluten in it. So you definitely want to consult your physician before introducing any new foods into your diet. And how can people reach you if they want more information about where these products are and how to use them?
Sure. We're carried in a lot of local bigger stores like a Whole Foods Format or a Mustard Seed or even a Mark's here in the local Cleveland area. And also you can go to our website, which is either purityfoods.com or www.natureslegacyforlife.com, and that will take you right there, and we can supply you, we can ship right to your house from online.
Wonderful, and there's lots of good recipes on there too.
Thanks.
Thanks so much for being with us. We'll be right back with more Mind, Body, and Spirit.